One of the main aims of CERES is to look at the risks and possibly the opportunities that are caused to fisheries and to aquaculture by climate change. We know that climate change could cause species to move further north and therefore they won't be available for fishing. But we also know that some species may move into an area and we could culture those in the future. So what we're doing in CERES is trying to look at all the causes of these changes. So what are the causes of species moving out of a fishery, or what are the causes of a new species appearing that we could culture in the future? And then also we're trying to look for the consequences of those. What will happen if the fishery changes and we don't have a particular species to fish anymore, but also what are the consequences of a new species being able to be cultured in an area. So what we're doing in CERES is we're working with industry to try and define which species they may be worried about, which fisheries they may be worried about, but also which species may give a potential for aquaculture and which new areas we could carry out aquaculture because of climate change. So we'll work with the stakeholders to try and get this information, trying to define where these problems occur, but also where the opportunities occur. We're using a piece of computer software called bow tie analysis. And if you think about it, a bow tie has a central knot in it, and that's our problem, or that's our opportunity. And then it has things that come out at the side. And those things at the side may be, there may be a lot of causes and there may be a lot of consequences. So it looks like a bow tie. What this allows us to do is very rigorously look at what is the causes of change and what are the consequences of change. And of course, if we know what the consequences of change are going to be, then we can make recommendations of how to minimize the problems or how to enhance the opportunities. And this then gives rise to, say, the European Union being able to maximise what we call blue growth. Blue growth is how can we get more and more food from the sea, either wild fishing or with aquaculture. So if we take that information, look to see how we can enhance and maximise food production in the future, then Europe benefits and indeed sort of the world benefits, because it can feed the population much more easily.